Midday Kentucky. We are in the kitchen with Allison Davis here at Wild Thyme Cooking, and we are focused on breakfast, brunch type recipes this week. So what do you have for us today? And I'm loving it so much.
Yes, the no brunch, especially in the South, is going to be complete without a sweet potato biscuit.
Sweet potato biscuit.
So
nice.
I've had some biscuits on the show before, and there's not anything super complicated about this. It's still using what we call the biscuit method,
Okay.
Which is I first started with flour. I've added in a bit of baking soda and baking powder and a pinch of salt.
Okay.
And now what I'm doing is I am just cutting in cold cubes of butter.
Okay.
And so basically you just kind of break them up.
And it's important for them to be cold,
yes,
right?
and you
Okay.
just break them up into the mix so that they resemble almost like a course meal.
Okay.
So this is in the mixture, and it's broken up to where, you know, it's just evenly distributed so that when it bakes up, it's nice and fluffy, and the butter is kind of intermixed all through the biscuit.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and I was talking to you about how the biscuits that I've made in the past, they always seem flat and tough.
Yeah.
And so you're doing this with your fingers, and you're just like, you're taking the butter, it's not
Just crumbling
melting
it.
or
Yeah,
anything like that. It's just
crumbling
kind of
it.
crumbling lightly.
That's why you start with the cold butter, really chilled butter.
And it's
But
kind of
the-
chunky in there,
Yeah.
too. I mean, not a lot, but it is a little bit chunky.
And the thing, I do hear that a lot from people as far as like a tough biscuit. It's really just not overworking it. You really just want to mix the ingredients together just to where they come together, and then that's
leave it alone.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the tough biscuits come from kneading and overworking it, and this is
Gotcha.
not a dough that you want to knead or work too much.
Okay.
You really just want to bring it together.
All right.
So once we have those ingredients, I'm going to take our sweet potato, which we've baked off so that it's nice and soft. That's going to go in with our biscuit. And then a little bit of buttermilk. I mean,
Okay.
really, you know, we have to have that buttermilk.
The buttermilk is like, it's a must.
It really is. So I'm just going to add enough. Basically, you know, you just want this to come together. And again, once you've made a ton of biscuits like I have, it's really more to the feel.
Okay.
But really just getting it to come together to where you get this really nice consistency. So I'm just going to start
Beautiful.
mixing that together. And then what we're going to serve with these biscuits is really going to take it over the top. So I want you to go ahead and turn that on if you would, which is just a little melted butter in the pan. And we are going to just do a honey pecan butter that's going to be spread on these. Yeah, push it in. Is
that coming on?
That's the back one.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
And just start to melt that while I'm getting these biscuit dough together.
I'm still getting to know your kitchen. I still
That's
have to
all
learn
right.
everything.
That's all right.
It's a beautiful kitchen, too. Wow.
So yeah, once we soften that butter, we are going to add some fresh pecans to it, and they'll toast actually a little bit in the butter.
Okay.
And then we're going to add a little honey just to sweeten that up.
Yum.
Right. So I only added about half of that sweet potato because I didn't want it to be too wet, but see how you have a little bit of those crumbs still in there? We can add a little bit more as we go. That way you don't end up with it too like, wet. Yeah.
So
and the recipe that you'll get on the site will have the correct measurements.
Yes.
Yeah, so where you can just go straight to that, but I just, you know, after time kind of can have that feel.
Exactly.
And nothing like again, you don't want a super tough biscuit. So we just want to kind of get it together to where it's not crumbly, it's not too sticky, it's just right?
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, so
So
your
I'm
butter's
gonna add
softening.
these?
Yeah, just add, you can pour a good bit of those pecans in there. And literally, I'm turning the heat off because I don't want to melt it all the way. I just want softened
enough?
butter.
Too much?
No, that's perfect.
All right.
And then you're going to add some honey in there just to sweeten it up.
Okay.
And that's going to be what goes on top of our biscuits after we bake them off.
I love honey. I'm assuming that there can't be too much.
No, I'm with you. All right, so once we have that biscuit dough together, you see I'm not even using a rolling pin.
Okay.
I just kind of pat it out. I've not over mixed it. We've got the sweet potatoes mixed in there with the little bits of butter.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to use a cutter, and we're going to cut these up, put them on the sheet tray, and we are good to go.
Awesome.
And
And how long do you cook the biscuits for?
The biscuits
typically?
are going to go probably for about 15 to 18 minutes.
Okay, and
really
at what
just
temperature?
to get a golden brown. I
Okay.
like to put them in at about 350,
Okay.
but you could go at 375. It really depends on convection or if it's conventional.
All right, well, perfect. Well, for this recipe and many others, go to our website at WTVQ.com/Midday Kentucky. Go to the recipes tab, or you can go over to wildthymecooking.com and you'll be able to find this recipe and many others. They're delicious. I can't wait to try this. Thank you, Allison. We appreciate it. We'll be right back right after this short break.